Hi, Patty Simone here with the Flip Report, and today I'm going to be talking with Elizabeth Sales, who is an illustrator and an author. She's going to give us a little bit of background information about her work over the years and what it's like being an illustrator today in today's marketplace. So Elizabeth, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you, Patty. Glad to be here.
So could you tell me a little bit about what you've been up to and how long you've been doing this, and again, what the marketplace is like today, and maybe some tips for some people who are looking to break in?
Okay, sure. Well, I'm an illustrator, and I've been illustrating children's picture books as well as other things for about 20 years. And I started out when the book market was a lot easier to break into than it is now. Now it's very complicated because of electronic medium, but there's still a lot of books that are being published, which is good. I work in pastel, and I work kind of traditionally, whereas a lot of people now work electronic media. A lot of people think you have to work electronic media, but you don't. You can still illustrate traditionally and have things converted electronically. Breaking into the business now, there's lots of organizations like the Society for Children's Books and Writers and Illustrators has a lot of information. That's SCBWI. Basically, the important thing is to get to know an editor, get to know people, talk to people in the industry, and talk to them about your work so that they can help you. Other people will help you. Call illustrators, authors, publishers. Always get somebody's name and somebody to talk to so you can connect to that person, and everybody is really helpful.
Are there any particular industry conferences or meetings that maybe somebody might need to know about that would be an easier thing to do to get their face in front of the right people?
Yeah, the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators has conferences in New York City. They have local groups also where they meet and talk, and you can talk to people and you can meet editors. But that's probably one of the best industry groups to belong to. A lot of editors belong to it, publishers, as well as established writers and illustrators and people who are starting. And they have a great website.
Okay, in terms of, you brought up the topic of a website, are you using social media at all to get in front of people, or would you suggest that since that's a vehicle that's taken on a life of its own, that might be a good way to connect with people?
Very important, very, very important. I have a website. I have a Facebook page, I have LinkedIn, I do all of that, and I also advertise on a professional website called the iSpot where I have my work on there, just as my illustration work. But yes, I do a lot of stuff on the internet. It's essential. Basically, with my website, people always tend to look me up. I get a lot of traffic to my website. But the important thing is to update it regularly, to at least once a month to put something new on there. I put something up, much more often than that, and to link to other people's sites. So that's really important.
So what is your web address?
It's elizabethsales.com. That's ELIZABETHSAYLES.
One very famous person that you did work with that I don't want to forget to mention.
Billy Crystal.
And how long ago was that?
This came out in 2001, I think. This was interesting. This was through a packager. So there's publishers and then there's packagers. Packagers find the talent and put it together, and then they bring the book to a publisher to have it published. And in this case, the packager showed my work to Billy Crystal, and he liked it, and he was the one who said, yes, I want to use her, which was really nice. It usually takes me about 6 months to a year to do a book, and this one they wanted in 6 weeks.
Are you kidding?
No. Yeah, it was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and my family was afraid of me after that. I was like, I couldn't.
But a huge opportunity, right?
Yes, for me it was a great publicity thing because there was tons of publicity around. It was a huge bestseller on Amazon, on New York Times. He was on all the TV shows, and I made it. In the contract, he had to have my name on the cover, so that was really nice.
Good, good. I love that. You want to make sure that you're promoting what you've done and your talents, and that worked out well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, you just mentioned that thing about packaging and the packagers. I want to look into that, and I think other people should too, because that's something that may not be, it's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Yes, it's very big right now. The publishers really like it because someone else is doing all the work, and they're just doing the promotion and the publishing of it.
Is there a particular venue that you can find out more about packagers and connect with them, or are they a very tight-knit group, or how does it work?
I'm not sure. I guess you could look it up on the SCBWI again, and there's also the Children's Book Council. All the publishers belong to that, so it might be on that website.
Okay, well, we'll definitely check that out. Thanks again for chatting with us, Elizabeth, and we'll look forward to hearing more about what you're doing in the coming months.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Sales teaches art on Friday mornings, 9:30 to 12:30 at the Rockland Center for the Arts. It's my favorite day of the week. Yay!